Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to use powders. I have some loose powders and I also have pressed powders, and I will show you how to use both. Pretty similar. First thing you want is a stamper. I like to use my stampers that are ripped. They're perfect for this. So if you have any stampers that are ripped, don't throw them away. They're great for powders. If you use powders on a stamper you like, it will become cloudy over time, so keep that in mind. The next thing you need is something to adhere the powder to your nails. So Maniology offers a sticky base coat, which will work for this. I prefer to use Beetles Nail Art Foil Glue myself. It works better for me. I've never been good with sticky base coat, but if you have it, it will definitely work. You're going to need a lint roller to clean off your stamper, and then you're going to need some applicators to apply your powder. So the first one I want to show you is this beautiful powder. It's Multichrome. This one is called Twilight. So I'm going to show you how to apply that to your stamper. You're going to want to make sure that your sticky base coat is on your nail. And then you're going to rub the powder into the stamper in an area that's large enough to cover the nail. Okay, I'm going to put the cap back on before I spill it. All right. When I use my gel foil glue, I do cure that for 30 seconds. I have found that is the best result for me and my lamp. Now, if there's any areas you miss on your nail, you can just take the stamper and go back over that area to get the powder to stick. Look how beautiful this powder is. Now, this is one that looks the same over no matter the color of the base. So if you were to put this over white, it would look just like it does over black. Unlike our next powder, which is called Polar. And I'm going to show you another way to apply powder by using a stamped design. And for this one, I'm going to use a white base. I have my sticky base coat on there. I'm going to use black stamping powder or stamping polish, and I'm going to use this plate here. Now, I cleaned off my stamper. I'm going to apply my Polar powder to my stamper. I do want to tell you, for this technique, I am using the sticky base all over my nail. If you do not want the powder to stick to your base color and you only want it to stick to the stamping polish, you do not want to use the sticky base. And you will have to work really quick to make sure that your polish sticks to the base without a sticky base coat. I just said sticky like 20 times. All right, I'm going to get my design here. I think this one could be really cute. Let me grab my scraper card. I like to apply powder all over. Polish all over my design. Powder all over my stamper. Scrape my design. I'm going to roll the stamper over the design and pick it up. And now I'm going to apply it to my nail. Now for this particular design, I wanted the powder to stick to the black and the white because it does look like a different color over both of those colors. So over black it's more gold and over the white it's more blue. And then you can see there are a little bit of tiny areas where maybe the powder didn't stick to the polish, but that looks okay for this design. All right, and next up I want to show you how to use the pressed powders. And these were an exclusive to the Maniology box of cheer. So if you did not get the box of cheer, you are going to miss out on these powders. They are not quite the same as the loose powders, I will say that. I am pressing really hard to get some color onto this applicator. And then you can try to rub this onto your sticky base. That is one way to apply it. Be careful not to rub your sticky base off. Now, in my experience, the Maniology powders are not the kind that you can rub into a gel top coat without something sticky. So keep that in mind. Now, this isn't the best coverage this way, so I'm going to show you another way, which is basically the first way I showed you. Now, I'm using gel foil glue as my sticky base, which means I can wipe off anything that I don't like, and it does remain tacky, and you can use it again, which is nice. So this time I'm going to show you on the stamper again, and I'll show you the difference. Okay, so I'm rubbing this on here. I do think that these pressed powders, especially these lighter colors here, are a lot harder to see on the stamper. So it is hard to tell if you've got an even coverage. You can stamp a design with these powders like I showed you with the polish. They're basically the same way, but they are pressed instead of loose. Okay, so here this one is over pink, or I'm sorry, it's pink and it's over white and black. And there was a little bit of an imperfection there from my stamper. So let's go back over, see? Just dab the powder over it and it covers up the imperfections. One important thing I do want to show you is applying top coat over powders. So if you have an old bottle of top coat, you can go ahead and brush it on. I have one that I don't mind getting contaminated with powders because inevitably there are always going to be some loose powders on your nail that will get on your brush and then get into your bottle. So I prefer to stamp on my top coat, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This plate is great for this. If you have M0152, the Pardon My French plate, you can also use the rectangle on that to stamp on your top coat. The great thing about stamping on the no smudge top coat is it's not going to smudge your design. I know some people have trouble getting that on with a brush and not smudging their designs. Let me grab another stamper. But you can stamp it on over any stamped design. And this plate will help you get the right size for your nail so that you don't have too much cleanup. Obviously for a press-on, that's not a huge deal. So it works just like stamping powder. And I'm going to apply this over the powder. And then if you want to go in with your protective cup, that one ripped a little bit. If you want to go over your protective top coat, you can with a brush, and then you don't have to worry about the glitter getting on there. I actually scraped that one a little bit too thin, and it did lift in the middle, which can happen sometimes. So I'm going to do it over this stamp design because I don't want to smear it and I don't want to get powders in my top coat. I'm going to go with this one this time. Put this guy back. You want to work really quick. I'm not going to show you it this time because I don't want there to be a hole in the middle. Apply that over your design. And there you go. Now your top coat is on here and you're ready to apply your protective top coat without contaminating it. All right, if you have any questions about powders, please comment below. I will show these to you real quick. So this one is Blitz. This is a new powder by Maniology. It's a really gorgeous blue with some holographic flakies. And then this one is called Flashy, and it's super flashy. And in this lighting, it's hard to tell, but it is a duochrome, and it goes from like this bright green to teal, and it has holographic flakies in it, and it is beautiful. This one I applied over a green polish, this one I applied over a teal polish, and they're so dense that they really don't change depending on the color of the base, so keep that in mind. Okay, have a wonderful day.